will know that I am here. If breath will cease, then people will think that now I left this body. So breath becomes sign. In Upanishad we are reading this story. It means not your thought, but your breath is the sign of yourself. Okay? You can see there are so many people living in coma so many years. Okay? But you can't declare that they died. But when their breath ceased, automatically you declare, yeah, now he died. So thoughtless state, and breathless state, there is two different things. Because in Veda we are reading that there are two seers, there are 7 seers in this body, but among those 2 seers are always, being alert, are awakened in this body. They never sleep, From birth to death, they never sleep. Who are 2 seers? And he taught the 2 seers are only, prana and apana. These are 2 seers. They never sleep. Okay? When they will sleep, then your life will finish. But other 5 seers and your 5 cognitive organs, that's called 5 seers. Okay? These 5 seers sleep. Your cognitive organs, become actionless or motionless in deep sleep state. Because when your thoughts, your mind sleep, with mind, your cognitive senses also sleep too. You can't hear, you can't see, you can't listen, taste, you can't smell. In deep sleep state, you are not using your 5 cognitive senses. So these senses are 5 seers. These 5 seers, take rest in deep sleep state. But your breath, prana and apana, 2 seers are always awakened in your body. When they will sleep, automatically, your life will finish. So, in Veda we are reading such kind of, ideology. So, breath is more powerful than mind, according to Hatha Yoga. So, hung and tongue, there are 2 words. Hung means you are receiving insight, inhaling. And tongue means you are exhaling. That is hung and tongue. There are 2 other meanings. Hung means right nostrils and tongue means left nostrils. So you are receiving your breath. You can see, you can judge. Sometimes your right nostrils is acting and sometimes your left nostrils is acting. You are getting breath only 1 nostrils, not 2. Okay? So when you are getting breath from right, that's called Surya Nadi, sun nervous. That right is called sun nervous and left is called moon nervous. Okay? So sun Nadi and moon Nadi. And sun is called hung and moon is called tongue. When you make balance and you are getting breath from both, that is called, evenness, and that called, fire nadi, neither sun nor moon but fire, Agni nadi, okay, and that called Susumna. Ida and Pingala and Susumna, there are 3 nadi, main. So when you are getting breath through right, that is the Ida. When you are getting breath through left, that is Pingala. But when you are getting breath both, both are, in working stage, that is Susumna. And that is state for meditation. Due to this, if your right, nostrils is working or getting breath, if you sit in meditation, you can't get peace. You can't meditate. That is impossible. Okay? If your left is, coming and going, you can't, meditate too. But you can see when your both nostrils are, working, at that time you can only meditate. And that is a good, time for meditation. Good time for meditation. And I will tell you one thing more. When your right nostrils is working, if you are taking meal, you will digest easily. If your left nostrils is working, right is stopped. If you are taking meal, you can't digest that. Okay? And not only this, and these are related with so many other activities too. If you want to do some good work, if your right nostrils is, working, if you are, going to do that, you will complete that. Okay? If your left work, nostrils is working, and if you are going to do that, you can't complete that. But if your both nostrils are working, you will never complete that work. Never, never. Be aware about it. Okay? And our Yoga Shastra told that leave that work, don't do that. Okay? Because that is fire nadi, and fire nadi will burn all your actions. You can't get good result. So there are so many methods to control your nostrils. How you can change your nostrils? You can change. Okay? There is some method. If your right nostrils is, coming and going and working in proper way, and you are taking some such kind of work, you are going to do such kind of work, whatever related with left nostrils. So you try to change your, that process first, then you start that work. And you can change. There is method, how to change that. So this breath is very powerful thing in your life. That is root cause of action. All activities are related with your breath. So pranayama is a great process. There are 8 sort of pranayama, 8 kinds of pranayama. Okay? And each pranayama has its own meaning and its own separate, independent effect, particular effect. So if you will do that, then you can control your mind easily. So this is a Hatha Yoga. That Hatha Yoga is very vast. Not only pranayama, as I told you, there are Shat Karma, and after that there are some mudras, and there are some bandha. Bandha means locking. You can lock your thyroid, you can lock your, pancreas, you can lock your Mooladhara, and so many lockages. There's different kinds of lockages, and it works in your body. Okay? And there are mudras. Mudras are related with your, glands. You have main 8 glands in your body. There are so many glands, but 8 glands are more important in your body. So there are 8 mudras. And which mudra can give, control your, that gland. This is related with that. You have pituitary gland. There is one mudra. If you do that, then you can control that. And you know very well that if your gland is, producing more juices, whatever is their ratio, then that will be harmful. If you are not producing proper juices, that will be harmful too. So how to make them in balance? So for those, there are many kinds of mudras in yoga philosophy. So yogis are doing mudras, yogis are doing bandha, and they are doing breathing exercises, they are doing asanas, and they are doing, Shat Karma. And all are related with this, Hatha Yoga. Very vast sphere. There is a special, subject. And you can describe it, you can be master. And real yogi, if you can be master for that, of that, then you can be real yogi. And Hatha Yogi has great power. Okay? But that is related with material power. One day I taught you that there was one yogi, Hatha Yogi, and his name was Chang Deva in India. And he lived 1400 years. Okay? 1400 years. old he was when Gyan Deva was born. In 500 years ago he was. And there are so many other yogis too. They are living in India. And they are doing. I met one yogi, he was 300 years old, and he was sitting and he was controlling his breath. Okay? I wrote this in my one book about his life. So there are so many yogis still now in India. They are, living, and so many years, maybe 1,000 years old. They are living in Himalaya and some other places too. I met so many yogis in my life. Once I was very young boy, I was studying and doing penance, very hard penance I was doing like those days. I was taking only Ganges water. I was not taking another thing. Okay, and I was living in Vindhyachal. That is a very, holy place in UP. One day early morning, I came to, Ganges, and I was taking that holy water because that was my food. And I was taking Ganges water twice, early morning, in evening, twice a day. So there was only my skeleton, nothing, not flesh, not any other things. Okay, and this incident is 1954. Okay, one day when I was taking water, I saw a yogi, and he was standing on the bank of Ganges river, and he saw me, he smiled, called me, "Oh my boy." When I saw, I prostrate him, and I forget that, who is he, but I prostrate him and I follow him. He indicate, "Come," and I follow. And he started, he was walking and I was following him. He went about 3 miles on the bank of Ganges river. And after that, he walked on the water, and I was seeing. And enter into water, when he, went some extent, and then he sleep on the water, and called me, "Come, my boy." And I was stunned. How I can go there? I told, "No, sir, I can't. I have no strength. I can't swim." Okay? "You know how to swim?" "Yeah, sir, I know, but I have no, now ability. I am very weak now. I can't swim." "But I am here. Come, you come." I don't know, sir, I can't. Oh. And then he laughed. "Okay, stay there and I will come." And he was sleeping on the Ganges water. And after, maybe 1 hour and some 1 or 2 hours, and I was sitting and looking him, and he was sleeping. And you will surprise, and Ganges water was flowing, but he was not flowing with water. He was sleeping there. I was stunned. But when after some hour he came out and he touched my head and he told me, "Oh my boy, you scared? Okay. And he, doing this way and got a book, a small book, and gave me. "You are doing very hard austerity. Okay? I know. So I am giving you this blessing. Take this book. And one day you will be a very learned person, my boy. And you will be great yogi too." Oh, I was stunned. And he touched my head and embraced me, and he told, "Go now." When I went to some extent, then I saw. You will surprise. When he touched my head was up to here. Okay? Here. He may be 7 foot tall. And more than that too. I remember still now, my head was up to this place. Okay? Stomach only. And I am in a 6 feet, and he was a so tall person. When I left him and I went some extent, I thought, because at that time, when he called me and when he allowed me to go, between those periods I was spellbound. I was unconscious. I was not in my sense. And I was not. When I went outside, then I thought, who is he? Then I, rememorized all these things, whatever happened. How he walked on the water, how he slept on the water. And who is he? Then I run again there. And I was searching. I didn't see him again. And then I cried. I thought maybe God, and came to me. And I cried there. But I didn't find him again. And I was, searching him again on the bank of Ganges river. I didn't see him again. Then I got that his book, whatever he gave me. Okay? And I satisfied myself, okay, he is in the form of book with me. Okay? I touched my heart and, and whole day, not only whole day, so many days, I was thinking about him only. I have seen such kind of yogi. And I talked some other person, they told there are so many yogis living in Vindhyachal Parvata. Okay? This mountain, this very old mountain. There is a Shakti Peetha. So many yogis are living here. My boy, you are very lucky. You saw one yogi. Okay? And people were telling before that there is one person, sometimes he came out, his feet is very tall, two person can put their feet and then it will be, same. And he's very tall person, maybe more than 7 feet. But I was not, believing. But I was hearing about such kind of yogi. And I have seen, in my life. So my boy, there are so many yogis. And such yogis are master of first yoga. They can make their body, they can change their body, And there was one yogi, and I met him. He was very great yogi too. And he was doing so many kinds of, extraordinary work. You can't imagine how he was living and how he was doing. He told me that I can sit in this position 6 months, not only 1 and 2. He told me, you are sitting 16 hours, you are saying you are a great yogi? I can sit 6 months. Can you sit with me? I told, no sir, I can't. His name was Vishuddhananda. Okay? He told me that you are sitting only 16 hours, you are thinking that you are a great yogi? Oh my boy, you are child. Okay, now you are beginner. You are not a yogi. Okay? Don't be proud, he told me. Don't be proud. You are sitting only 16 hours and you are thinking that you become great yogi. Can you sit with me? No, sir. He told that I was sitting 6 months and one. He told that posture. I was sitting 6 months in this posture. Okay, can you sit? No, sir, I can't. You are saying. His name was Vishuddhananda, and he was very great yogi. So there are so many yogis in India still now. Okay, luckily anybody see them. It is not possible to see them. Okay, it is very hard to see them. Luckily, any time, if by their own grace, only you can see them. So this is the, great sphere, Hatha Yoga. Has great meaning, my dear. And other is, Kriya Yoga. In Kriya Yoga, there are 3 aspects. Penance, tapas, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhana. Penance, and do penance. Control your senses through penance, austerity. That has great place in that process. Okay? They are not doing breathing exercise, they are not doing other things. They are only doing austerity, penance, controlling their food. Okay? Controlling their food. They are taking only fruit. Either they are taking only milk, they are taking only fruit, once a day. There are so many yogis, they are living on the water only. Okay? I have seen one yogi, and she was a woman. She spent not only 1 and 2 days, my boy, 45 years without taking water and without taking food. 45 years she was. Okay? And she climbed mountain with me. 16,000, height. She visited with me to Amarnath and she climbed Sheshanaga height, 16,000. And she was Satima. She left her body just so many, 4 or 5 years ago. She left. She didn't take water, she didn't take, food. And she was walking, she was talking, she was teaching people. Okay? And you will surprise, in Jaipur, there is a medical institution. There was a doctor, principal of that institution. His name was Dr. Sarma. And he requested her that, Mother, I want to examine you. Yeah, she smiled. Oh my boy, what will you do? No, I want to test, Mother, how you are living without food, without, this is against our, science. And no, science can prove it. Okay, then you can examine my boy. I don't know how I am living without this. And he kept that great woman 2 months. Okay, and he was searching. In the end, he declared that she has no stomach in her body. there is no, there is no belly, there is no intestine, there is nothing. All were, was dried, shrinked. So he has no place to put anything, in lower than her throat. She has no anything. He declared. So her name was Sati Ma. She died, just left her body. Okay. So my dear, there are so many ostrich. And I asked Mother, how it happened? Oh, don't talk about it. Only this is the grace of divine Lord Rama. I am chanting only Rama, Rama, nothing else. She told me. I was 15 days with her. Okay? And she told me, my boy, my child, I am only reciting Rama, Rama, Rama. Rama can do everything. Okay? If you will catch this word, then you will be a great yogi one day too. She told me. It was 1963. I was with her. So there are so many yogis. There are Kriya yogis and there are Hatha yogis too in India. Many kinds of yogis. Whatever process are continuing in our country, you will find a great yogi, great master of those yogas. Okay? Hatha yogas, Kriya yogas, Lay yogas, Raj yogas, Dhyan yogas. So many yogis you will find. Okay? But you can't find them in a city. You can't find them where there is signboard. A great yogi is living here. They never put signboard there. Okay? You can't find them there. There are only businessmen. Okay? They laugh always. They think that they are only businessmen. They become yogi. Okay? They are only propagating. They don't know about what yoga is. There are so many people. They laugh. And in Himalaya, there is a world of yogis. There is no doubt. Still you will find many yogis are living there. Okay? In Gangotri, I visited Gangotri once, 1962. I was, visiting in Himalaya. And I saw there was one yogi without cloth, without, loin cloth too. He was living naked in that place. Okay? And you will surprise. And sometimes more than 20 feet snow fall there. More than 20 feet. That is, glacier. And he was living there without any cloth, without anything. He was enjoying his life. His name was Swami Ramananda. Okay? And another yogi was living with him in other place, near to him. His name was Swami Krishnananda. And Swami Krishnananda was, that person who founded, put foundation of Hindu university, in Varanasi. That was Swami Krishnananda. And he was guru of Malviya. And he was great yogi too. He lived there naked, without anything. And I enter in his room. I felt that this is a heaven. There, can't be heaven, other heaven than this place. And there was nothing, no cloth, nothing, only grass. He put some grass, and grass was very, very fine and very, good smellful. You can see there is only, what to say, that scent is everywhere, but there was not scent. Okay, there was grass, and he was, living on that, sleeping on that, sitting on that, living in that room. So there are so many yogis now also, my dear. But, that is a very bad. Swami Krishnanand, Swami Ramanand, they left their body now. They're living yogi in India and living learned man. They're so great people, so great person. Yeah? There's so many, and 5 great saints died, left their body last year. 5. There was Deoriya Baba, one among those. Okay, and Prabhudat Brahmachari, there's so many, and 5 left last year. And 5 years ago, 5 great yogis left their body too. Okay? So, my boy, I was telling that in India, there's many kinds of method, and Lord stated his own destination. He must adopt some process. Arurukshir Munar Yogam. Only Muni. Muni means desireless person. Muni means a great thinker, a great desireless person can only sublime up to highest level of consciousness. But he who wants to sublime up to that level of consciousness, he must adopt some process. Arurukshor Muner Yogam Karma Karanamucha. Their action is the cause. Means. Cause means here means. Karma Karanamuchate. But when he is sublimed, at that high state he reached, then Yoga Rudhasya Tasaiva Samah Karanamuchate. Then sign of Yoga Rudha, and being a great yogi, is Sama, serenity. Serenity is the sign of a great yogi. How one can believe that he is a yogi now? If serenity is in his mind, tranquility is in his mind, if his mind is tranquil and serene, then you think that he is a yogi. Yoga Arudha means he become, Arudha means he become established. He established himself into yoga and highest level of consciousness. This is a sign. Serenity is the sign. A sublime person. So yoga arudhasya tasaiva samah karana muchyate, he stated. But before it being yoga arudha, okay, he who is not established himself in the higher level of consciousness, he must try to adopt some method. If he will adopt some method and he will continue today, and Lord stated, don't be frustrated, because not today but tomorrow, if you are adopting one path, okay, and you are walking on that, not today but tomorrow you will reach there. In the end, in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord stated, not in one day, Bahunam janmanamante jnanvan mam prapaddati. Okay? Sanai sanai ruparmed buddhya dharti giritya. Slowly you will develop your level of consciousness. Don't think within one day you will be a great yogi. No. And you don't think that in one life you will be a great yogi too. There was a great yogi. One day he went for alms. In India, yogi are, mostly yogi are, living on the alms. You're asking alms and living. I spent 12 years on alms. I was getting one chapati from one house, and I was begging and living on the alms. 12 years, not only 1 and 2. From 48 to 70. Okay? And I left that, begging when I came in London, 1972. Okay? So I was living on alms too, and getting one chapati from one house. So in India, mostly yogi were doing it. So one yogi was a young man, he reached, and there was a householder woman. And she was very apt and very wise too. When she saw him, a young boy came for alms, and she asked, "Oh, you came very early, my boy. You came very early." You know what is the meaning of this? You came very early. It means you very young age, you become yogi. And he replied, "My mother, my journey was started not today but yesterday." Okay? I started my journey not today. Yesterday. Yesterday means in my past life I did that. Okay? This is my own experience, my boy. So many kinds of yoga activities I come in my life without learning from any person. Many, exercise of yogas and very subtle exercise came in my life without learning. Why? And I was stunned. Then my master told, "Oh, why you are, worried about it? These all activities you did in past life." Okay? And that appear automatically. You read Bhagavad Gita, and Lord stated in 6th chapter that when a yogi leave this body and go live in divine sphere some years, and after that take birth in holy family, and after that all sanskaras, all activities, whatever he did in past life, appear in his life automatically, and he start his journey again. Okay? So not in this life, whatever you are doing today, you don't think that will vanish. That will live with you. And tomorrow, when you will get another birth, and you will achieve all impressions in your life without any effort, and your journey will start again. And one day, in this process, anek janma sansiddhis tato yat parangatim, Lord stated. Not only by one birth, anek janma sansiddhi, because Hindu believe rebirth. Why? Because we believe evolution of life, and complete evolution will take place when you will achieve Godhood in your life. Okay? So, unless you are achieving Godhood, your journey will continue. Be aware. And one day will come in your life when you will achieve that. So don't be frustrated. Try to adopt one path and continue, and try to, tread on that divine path. And one day you will reach your destination, there is no doubt. Lord stated here. So, arurukher munir yogam karma karana muchyate, yogarudas tasaiva sama karana muchyate. This is a sign. Okay? First is karana means. And some particular process become means for achieving highest level of consciousness. When a person established himself into higher level of consciousness, then sama, serenity, become sign that now he achieved. Automatically all action, leaves. And he become calm and quiet and serene. And without any effort, he lives in higher level of consciousness. So that serenity becomes sign of, being a yogi. At that state he is called yogi. Now he is yogi. Okay? And in next sloka, Lord stated, and what is the sign of yogi? How I can declare now, how I can know now I become a yogi really. Okay? And how I can declare others that now he become yogi really. Lord stated. Yeah, I will tell in other sloka. That 4th sloka. Okay? Om bhurbhuva swah tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimai dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om vishwani deva savitar durtani parasva yadbhadram tanyasva. Om sarve bhavan sukhina sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkhavag bhavet. Om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om. May God bless you all. May He lead you all from darkness to light, from unreal to real, from death to immortality. May He shower upon you all His divine grace. May He bestow upon you all His divine love and peace. Peace in the heaven, peace in the space, peace on the earth. Om Kham Brahma. Om. Thank you very much. Now you can do Aarti. And after that, if anybody has any question, can ask. Yeah, tomorrow is Gita Jayanti. And I was thinking that there must be some big program tomorrow, but I didn't see that any, such kind of big program was arranged here. Because Gita Jayanti has great meaning for we people, and Lord gave a divine message. That day is very important for us. So, my dear, you must come and bring your friends and family too tomorrow. And I am giving discourse on the Gita, and I will tell you something more about that. So, you must attend there. And we will recite Bhagavad Gita too tomorrow. Okay, now continue.